Welcome back to the True Alien Podcast.
The show that digs into the wildest stories.
About aliens, abductions, UFOs.
You name it.
I'm Adrian Smith, your host.
And I'm Julia Jones.
For this cosmic ride,
I'm here to help us sift through the facts and the fiction.
we'll unpack the evidence.
Explore the science.
And maybe even lose a little sleep.
Over the what-ifs.
Today,
Ouching.
a paranormal probe into a story
That blends science fiction.
with a touch of real-life mystery.
We're talking about Oumuamua.
An interstellar visitor
That zipped through our solar system.
back in 2017.
Remember that?
Yeah, the one shaped like a giant space cigar.
Sparking all sorts of speculation.
About alien spaceships.
That's the one.
We'll be dissecting the controversy
Analyzing the evidence
and following the journey,
of a small group
obsessed with uncovering the truth.
about this enigmatic object.
So buckle up
Because this episode is packed.
with intrigue, obsession.
And the lengths people will go to.
When faced with the unknown,
We're calling it...
Tomb of the Star Jailers.
Okay, let's set the scene.
It's 2017.
And astronomers...
Discover something
Truly bizarre.
entering our solar system.
They called it Oumuamua.
And it looked unlike anything they'd ever
What's
seen before.
Its shape, for one.
Was completely unexpected.
Imagine a
Wow.
giant, elongated cigar
Tumbling end over end.
through space
But what really caught the attention
of scientists.
was its movement.
Yeah, it wasn't just cruising through our solar system.
Like a typical comet or asteroid.
Exactly.
Oumuamua's trajectory.
An acceleration.
or off.
It didn't fit the usual...
Gravitational models.
It was almost as if it was being propelled.
by something other than the sun's gravity.
Okay, that's where things start to get interesting.
So how does a weirdly shaped object
With a peculiar flight path.
lead us to aliens and tombs?
Well, that's where our protagonist
Dr. Karen Smith.
enters the picture.
Now, Karen was a brilliant astronomer.
Deeply intrigued by Oumuamua.
In fact, you could say she became
A little obsessed.
obsessed,
Was she staying up all night?
staring at star charts.
Pretty much, but she wasn't just stargazing.
She was crunching numbers
Analyzing data.
and comparing Oumuamua's behavior.
To every known celestial object.
And the more she studied it,
The more convinced she became that it wasn't natural.
she thought it was alien.
That's a pretty bold claim for a scientist.
It was, and she faced a lot of pushback.
From the scientific community.
But Karen was unwavering.
She believed the evidence pointed to an artificial origin.
Perhaps an alien probe.
Sent from another civilization.
Wow, an alien probe.
I can see why she was so captivated.
Did NASA take her seriously?
Not really. In fact, her unwavering pursuit of this theory
Her refusal to back down?
ultimately cost her her position at NASA.
Wow, that's dedication.
Talk about putting everything on the line for what you believe in.
So where does the billionaire fit into this story?
Enter Jasper Thorne,
A Silicon Valley tycoon
with a thirst for the unknown.
and a knack for making the impossible possible.
Now, Thorne was fascinated by the Oumuamua mystery.
And he saw an opportunity
A chance to be the first to reach
and investigate.
this potential alien artifact.
I bet he didn't let something like conventional wisdom stand in his way.
I mean, we're talking about a privately funded interstellar mission, right?
That's practically unheard of.
Exactly. Thorne had the resources.
And the audacity to make it happen,
He assembled a team of experts,
starting with Dr. Smith.
of course, whose expertise on Oumuamua was unmatched.
He also brought in Dr. Kenji Tanaka,
A brilliant engineer
who designed a state-of-the-art probe.
to reach and analyze Oumuamua.
So we've got a rogue astronomer
A daring billionaire.
and a top-notch engineer
Sounds like the perfect team.
for a high-stakes interstellar adventure.
What happened next?
Did they build a rocket in Thorne's backyard?
Not quite. They launched a mission aboard the Persephone,
The Thorne's very own spacecraft
and at the helm,
was Captain Valentina Ruiz.
a seasoned astronaut known for her cool head.
And quick thinking.
I'm getting goosebumps just imagining it.
This isn't just a space mission.
It's a shot at rewriting history
At making first contact.
with something beyond our comprehension.
So what was it like out there?
In the vastness of space,
Did they encounter anything strange?
that's where things take an unexpected turn.
As the Persephone journeyed deeper into space,
The crew started experiencing...
unsettling phenomena,
It began subtly with strange dreams.
and a pervasive feeling of unease.
Okay, nightmares in space.
That's definitely creepy.
What else happened?
Well, the closer they got,
To Oumuamua's projected path?
the more intense these disturbances became.
There were reports of equipment malfunctions,
Flickering lights,
and even whispers heard over the comms when no one was speaking.
This is straight out of a sci-fi horror movie.
What did they think was causing it?
Were they getting close to Oumuamua?
Or is something else at play?
That's the million-dollar question.
Then, as they approached the TRAPPIST-1 system,
They picked up a signal.
but it wasn't from Oumuamua.
Wait, what?
So they went looking for one mysterious object?
And stumbled upon another?
That's a twist I didn't see coming.
The signal was coming from TRAPPIST-1e.
A rocky planet within the TRAPPIST-1 system.
And it wasn't just any signal.
It was distorted, fragmented.
Almost like a cry for help.
Okay, now I'm officially hooked.
A distress call from a planet in a distant star system.
This is way beyond weird and into mind-blowing territory.
What did they do?
Did they try to decode the signal
They did, but it was unlike anything.
they had ever encountered?
It was a jumbled mess of frequencies
Shifting and changing.
in ways that defied conventional understanding.
It was as if the signal itself was alive.
Alive.
Okay, now we're getting into the truly strange.
Did they have any idea what it could be?
There were theories, of course.
Some suggested it was a natural phenomenon.
A quirk of the planet's magnetic field,
Others whispered about the possibility of an unknown intelligence.
reaching out across the vastness of space.
Wow, this is intense.
A potential alien message.
What did the crew of the Persephone do?
I mean, were they spooked? Did they turn back?
Well, Jasper Thorne wasn't exactly known for backing down from a challenge.
Especially one as tantalizing as this.
And Dr. Smith was desperate for any clue.
That could shed light on Oumuamua's true nature.
So they decided to investigate.
This sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Or at least a really good horror movie.
They did against Captain Ruiz's better judgment
Thorne ordered the Persephone.
to alter course and head toward TRAPPIST-1e.
This is getting good.
So what happened when they got there?
Did they find the source of the signal?
Upon landing on TRAPPIST-1e, they were immediately confronted by something extraordinary.
What do you mean by monolithic?
Like a giant obelisk or something?
It was a tower, impossibly tall and ancient.
Reaching up into the alien sky,
It appeared to be made of a strange metallic substance.
seamlessly blended with the planet's natural rock formations.
It was part organic, part machine.
Defying easy categorization.
That sounds incredible.
Like something straight out of a science fiction novel.
Did they go inside?
They did, but what they found inside was far more unsettling.
Than anything they could have imagined. Welcome back to the True Alien Podcast, listeners.
So when we left off,
Our intrepid explorers,
had just landed on TRAPPIST-1e.
drawn by a mysterious signal,
And what did they find?
a colossal alien tower.
That defied description.
Talk about a cliffhanger.
Right.
They ventured inside
Hoping to unravel the secrets.
of this enigmatic structure.
But the deeper they went,
The more unsettling.
things became.
So what was waiting for them?
Inside this alien tower
Did they find the source?
of this signal
Well, the interior of the tower,
was a labyrinth,
of winding corridors and vast chambers,
dimly lit by an eerie bioluminescence.
emanating from the walls.
And those walls,
They were covered in intricate symbols.
unlike anything they had ever seen before.
Sounds like something straight out of an ancient temple.
Did Dr. Smith recognize the symbols?
I mean, she had spent years studying Oumuamua.
Maybe there was a connection,
Karen was immediately drawn to those glyphs,
sensing an underlying pattern.
a language waiting to be deciphered.
She believed they were more than just decoration,
They were a form of communication
perhaps even a key.
to understanding the tower's purpose.
Wow. Talk about an Indiana Jones moment.
An ancient alien language etched.
Into the walls of a mysterious tower.
Did they manage to translate?
Any of it.
Not at first. The symbols were incredibly complex.
A blend of organic curves
And geometric shapes.
that defied easy categorization.
It was like trying to solve a puzzle.
Without knowing what the picture was supposed to be,
But I bet they didn't give up easily.
they had come too far.
To turn back now.
What happened next?
Did they find anything else inside the tower?
They did, and this is where things get really creepy.
As they ventured deeper,
Into the tower.
they noticed a change.
In the atmosphere.
The air grew colder, heavier.
Charged with a strange energy.
Uh-oh. Sounds like the calm before the storm.
What kind of energy are we talking about?
Did they have any way to measure it?
Dr. Tanaka, ever the resourceful engineer.
Rigged up some makeshift sensors.
Using spare parts from the probe.
And the readings were off the charts.
The energy level
Were fluctuating wildly.
spiking in unpredictable patterns.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Okay, so they're in this alien tower,
The atmosphere is getting weird.
and the energy readings are going haywire.
This can't be good.
What happened next?
Did they encounter?
Anything or anyone.
They did, and it wasn't who, but what they encountered.
That sent a shiver down their spines.
What was it?
Don't leave us hanging.
As they rounded a corner, they came face to face.
With a group of entities.
But these weren't the little green men.
Of popular imagination.
Imagine humanoid forms.
But crafted from a strange blend.
Of organic tissue and metallic components.
Their eyes glowed with an unnatural light.
And their movements were eerily fluid.
Almost robotic.
Biomechanical beings.
Sounds terrifying.
Did they attack?
It wasn't immediately clear what their intentions were.
The entities stood motionless.
Their glowing eyes fixed on the intruders.
As if assessing them.
Analyzing their every move. Okay, so that's creepy.
Did they try to communicate?
With these beings?
Maybe they were the builders of the tower.
The source of the signal.
Thorne, always the bold one.
Stepped forward.
Attempting to make contact.
Offering a universal gesture of peace.
But his attempt at diplomacy backfired.
What happened?
Did the entities attack?
The moment Thorne extended his hand, the entities sprang into action.
Their movements were blurringly fast.
Their bodies contorting in ways
that defied human anatomy.
One moment they were standing still.
And the next, they were upon the exploration team.
Their biomechanical limbs lashing out.
With deadly precision.
This is intense.
A fight scene in an alien tower.
Against biomechanical beings.
Sounds like something out of a video game.
What did the team do?
Did they have any weapons?
Captain Ruiz ever prepared.
Drew her sidearm.
A compact but powerful energy pistol.
The others followed suit.
Drawing their own weapons?
A mix of pistols and stun batons.
So it was a firefight?
Did their weapons work against these beings?
It was a chaotic, desperate struggle.
Energy blasts ricocheted off the tower's walls.
Illuminating the chamber.
In a strobe-like frenzy.
The entities seemed unfazed.
By the stun batons.
But the energy pistols had some effect.
Slowing them down.
Momentarily disrupting their movements.
It sounds like they were outmatched.
These biomechanical beings, with their speed and agility.
Were they even alive in the conventional sense?
That was the chilling question.
That hung in the air.
As the fight raged on.
These entities seemed to be driven.
By something other than instinct or emotion.
Their attacks were precise, calculated.
Almost mechanical.
Okay, so we've got a team of explorers.
Trapped in an alien tower.
Fighting for their lives.
Against biomechanical beings that seemed to defy the laws of nature.
What happened next?
Did they manage to defeat these entities?
Or did they find another way out?
Of this nightmare.
Well, for that, you'll have to stay tuned.
For the final part.
Of our paranormal probe.
Into the Tomb of the Star Jailers. Welcome back, listeners, to the True Alien Podcast. It feels like we've been through a whole sci-fi movie in just this one episode.
Last we left our fearless crew.
They were trapped in that alien tower.
On TRAPPIST-1E.
Fighting off some serially creepy
biomechanical beings.
So what happened next?
Did they make it out alive?
Well, it was a close call.
Remember, they were outnumbered.
And outgunned?
Facing beings that seemed to defy the laws of physics.
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Tell me everything.
Did they find a secret weapon?
Did they discover some hidden weakness?
In these beings.
As it turns out, the key to their survival lay in those mysterious symbols.
Etched into the walls of the tower.
Dr. Smith, in the middle of this chaotic battle.
Got a breakthrough.
Wait, she was deciphering the alien language?
While dodging laser beams.
And biomechanical fists.
This woman is incredible.
What did she discover?
She realized that the symbols weren't just a language.
They were a form of control code.
A way to interface with the tower itself.
And that's when she had a daring idea.
Okay, I love where this is going.
What did she do?
Did she try to reprogram the tower?
Hack into its systems.
She did, using a laser etcher from her toolkit.
She started modifying the symbols on the walls.
Creating a feedback loop.
Overloading the tower's energy system.
It was a risky gamble.
One wrong move and the whole place could have exploded.
This is giving me chills.
So she's rewriting alien code in the middle of a life or death battle.
Talk about thinking outside the box.
Did it work?
It did. The tower started to shudder.
Lights flickering wildly.
The biomechanical beings clearly affected by the disruption.
Staggered and convulsed, their movements becoming erratic.
So her plan created a distraction.
Gave them a chance to escape.
Exactly. Captain Ruiz, always the strategist.
Saw their opportunity. She ordered the team to concentrate their fire.
On a specific section of the wall.
Creating and opening a breach in the tower's defenses.
Wow, what a team. Talk about working together under pressure.
So they escaped through a hole in the wall?
Sounds a little messy, but hey, whatever works.
What about the biomechanical beings?
Did they follow them?
They tried, but the disruption in the tower's systems
seemed to have weakened them, slowed them down.
The team with adrenaline pumping made it back to their landing craft.
just as the entire tower began to implode.
Whoa, that's a pretty dramatic escape.
So they blasted off from TRAPPIST-1E.
With the collapsing alien tower behind them.
Talk about a story to tell the grandkids.
Did they ever figure out?
What those beings were?
Or what the tower was for?
That remains a mystery,
The signal from TRAPPIST-1N went silent after the tower's collapse.
leaving more questions than answers.
So they went on this incredible interstellar journey.
Fought biomechanical beings, escaped a collapsing alien tower.
And still came back with more questions.
Than answers.
That's gotta be frustrating.
It is, but that's often the nature of exploration.
Every discovery opens up new avenues of inquiry.
New mysteries to unravel.
I guess that's what keeps things interesting.
So what about Oumuamua?
Did they ever find it?
Did this whole side trip to TRAPPIST-1E shed any light on its origins?
No, they never found Oumuamua,
It had long since exited our solar system.
leaving behind a trail of speculation.
And unanswered questions.
So after all that,
Oumuamua remains a mystery.
a cosmic enigma.
It does some believe it was just a random piece of interstellar debris.
While others, like Dr. Smith, maintain that it was something more.
Perhaps an ancient probe, a silent sentinel.
From a civilization far beyond our own.
Wow, that's a thought-provoking image.
A silent sentinel watching over us from the depths of space.
Makes you wonder what else is out there, doesn't it?
It does, and that's the beauty of it all.
The sense of wonder, the realization that we're just a tiny speck.
In a vast and mysterious universe.
Well said. This has been one incredible journey.
From a mysterious interstellar object to a terrifying encounter with biomechanical beings.
It's a story that challenges our perception of reality and reminds us of the infinite possibilities.
That exist beyond our world.
Exactly. It's a reminder that there's still so much out there to discover. So much we don't know.
And who knows what other mysteries are waiting to be uncovered.
Well, listeners, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the True Alien Podcast. It's been a wild ride exploring the mysteries of Oumuamua and the Tomb of the Star Jailers.
If you're as fascinated by the unexplained as we are,
make sure to rate and follow the show for more explorations into the strange and the unknown.
Because the truth, as they say,
is out there, and sometimes
it's a lot stranger than fiction.
Until next time, keep looking up and keep wondering.
You never know what you might discover.